So in this video, I'm going to show you a really quick method to make your photos in Adobe Lightroom look a little more moody, a little more dark, but still maintain a good amount of contrast and a good amount of pop with the subject. So this photo is just one I snapped when I was out on a walk. It's of a little bird, nothing crazy. Usually I do photos of deer, but I felt this one was a good example. So what you want to do is open up your light panel. Okay, you're going to bring your highlights down and bring your shadows up to about -50 and +50. Okay, just little small changes. Go to your curves, make an S curve by bringing your shadow side down just a little bit and bring your highlight side up. Well, what you just did was you added just a little bit more contrast to your photo, nothing crazy, just a little bit. Now what really makes this photo kind of get a little moodier is when you take your blacks, which is the very bottom left of your curve, and you start bringing them up just a little bit. It fades all of your actual black colors to gray, almost like how film would look. It gives a little faded look to your photo, but be subtle with it. Don't go too high, and because if you go too high, then it's going to invert some of the colors, like here in the tree branch and there in the eye. So you want to go ahead and keep that a little lower than where your shadows are. So if you want to make it darker, make sure to bring this down just a little bit underneath it. You could be around the same level, but you don't want to go over the top. It won't look right. So that being said, next little thing you want to do is go to your effects panel and go to Vignette, bring that down to about -15, -16, whatever's good. Make sure your midpoint is already at 0. That brings the Vignette all the way down, and your feathering is all the way up at 100. So it makes it nice and smooth, the feathering. And one other thing I like to do to kind of make the colors pop out is go to my profiles up here in the top right. This is set to Adobe Color, which is the default and how I import my photos. If you took a photo in RAW, you should have a drop down of different Adobe profiles that are defaults. The one I like to use is Adobe Landscape because it gives a nice color contrast, kind of makes everything pop with a little more saturation automatically, which is really nice to work with. So just with those quick edits, we went from here to here. It just gives that little extra bit. And if you want to take it one step further, what you could do is take a adjustment brush, put the exposure up to about plus 0.25, 0.28, and just color in your subject a little bit. It's a dodge and burn, really. That's all it really is, but it's a simple way of doing it in Lightroom, so you don't have to switch it over to Photoshop. It's something you could easily do just like this. So a couple of settings changes, took us less than a couple minutes to do, and you went from your flat out of the camera raw photo to a nice little edit that kind of looks pleasing to the eye. Now I've done this with a lot of my deer photos, and I've done this a lot of my other photographs to give them this kind of look and feel, and it's a real simple way to start off your edits. Now you're going to want to do your color grading, you're going to want to change your sharpening, your details, and all that other stuff too, but this is a good place to start. So I really hope this helped you out. If you want to see some more of my photographs, you can check out my Instagram. It's @dom.iwc. And I'll have that link down below in the description. Most of my photos are done with this specific kind of style, so if you want to see how it looks on different kinds of photos, you're more than welcome to. Other than that, thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.